Hello everybody, this is the second part of my lightgun tutorial. On this part I'm gonna show you how to read the values from the Arduino and make the appropriate actions. First, let's make a new project and call it something like Now download the Unity package from the description and import it into your project. The base of the serial communication scripts were done by Daniel Wilches, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. When you import the package, you are going to have several errors. To fix them, simply click on File, Build Settings, Player Settings, Other Settings, and make the API compatibility level to Net 2. Also, click on Resolution and Presentation and check Run in Background. Now go to Project, Serial COM, Scenes, and open Serial Receiver Read. In the hierarchy view, click on the Serial Controller Transform and set the port name to the COM port of the Arduino, mine is COM1, and the baud rate to whatever you had set on the Arduino script, 115200 for me. That's all, it should work now. Let's test it once. Sometimes it won't work the first time. Restart it. Now you see it works. And the clicking works as well. Let's take a closer look to the script. Open the sample user polling just read script. We have a few variables. The message variable contains all the gyroscope values and the button states. The transform obj is the cube of the scene, which we are going to rotate according to the gyroscope rotation. The old rot is the rotation before we apply the new gyroscope rotation, and the new rot is the rotation after that. The difference x and the difference y are the differences between the new rotation and the old rotation. That value is what we are going to use for the movement of the mouse. A mouse can move some amount of pixels. The difference is that amount. To make all the actions, we have to include the user32.dll. To do that, we have to include the system runtime interrupt services. Then we have a void called mouse event. That's what is handling all the mouse event on Windows. Then we have three voids: move, mouse down, and mouse up. We call the mouse event void with those with the correct parameters. 0x0001 is the move, 2 is mouse down, 4 is mouse up. At the top of the script I have included a link for some more info about the mouse event void. If you remember, we separated the values of the Arduino with spaces. Now we're gonna use the split function to split the values and fill the messages array. After we have the messages, let's first read the button states. We only want to read the state when it changes. For example, from 1 to 0. To do that, we have the boolean clicking. If the button state is 0, it means that we are pressing it. We want to send the mouse down event only once. That's why we set the clicking to true. And when we release the button, we set it to false again. Now we have to calculate the amount of pixels we want the mouse to move. To do that, we have to save the Euler angles of the object in a variable. Apply the new rotation, and save the new rotation to another variable. We want the values to always be positive, so we can make the calculations easier. We check if the value is positive, and if it's not, we add 360, which is the degrees of a full circle, so the rotation stays the same. Now we just subtract the values, the new from the old one, to take the difference. But we have a few problems. First of all, if for example the old rotation x is 1 and the new rotation x is 359, that means that the difference should be 2. But with this script it's gonna show 358. So if that happens, to take the correct value we have to do 360 minus the difference. That's gonna give us the value we want. Lastly, sometimes the difference messes up, so we need a threshold. Let's make that 50 pixels. If the difference is more than 50 or less than minus 50, we won't take any actions. That way we are preventing sudden random movements of the mouse. Then we call the mouse function with the difference y and difference x multiplied by 23. 23 is the sensitivity. If you want the gun to be more sensitive, increase that. We are done. Let's test it in a game. So that's all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer any question. Thanks for watching. Bye.